The year is 1066. The place Hastings. Two armies stand separated by a field, their fates intertwined with the destiny of England. King Harold Godwinson, the Saxon king, stands with his men, the weight of England on his shoulders. He faces William, Duke of Normandy, who lays claim to England's throne. The Saxons, seasoned warriors, are ready to defend their land. They grip their axes and shields, the memory of Viking raids fresh in their minds. The Normans, a force of mounted knights and skilled archers, are eager to conquer. They believe God is on their side, blessing their claim to the English throne. The sun glints off helmets, a silent prelude to the coming storm.
We stand here today not for glory but for survival. We are the shield wall of England, and we shall not be broken.
Harold, a figure of strength and determination, addresses his men. His voice, though weary from recent battles, resonates with unwavering courage. He speaks of their ancestors, of the sanctity of English soil. He reminds them of their homes, their families, their very way of life, all at stake on this day. The Saxons roar their approval, their shields pounding in unison. They are ready to lay down their lives for their king and their country.
He grips his spear tightly, his heart pounding in his chest. He knows that many of them will not live to see the sunset.
Today we fight not just for ourselves, but for the glory of God. Victory shall be ours. We shall not falter. Across the battlefield, William the Conqueror addresses his loyal Norman troops. His gaze, sharp and calculating, sweeps across the assembled soldiers, assessing their readiness. He is a man of unyielding ambition, determined to claim the English throne for himself. He promises his men riches beyond their wildest dreams, lands and titles in the newly conquered England. He raises his sword, a beacon of ambition and ruthless determination. The Norman knights, clad in shining armor, raise their voices in a thunderous roar of approval. They are eager for battle, hungry for land and glory, ready to fight.
He adjusts his grip on his lance, feeling the weight of destiny. He has traveled far, endured much hardship to reach this moment. He feels a surge of confidence. Victory will be theirs, no matter the cost.
Fateful arrow, the fall of Harold. A hush falls over the battlefield, a silence that speaks volumes.
Harold Godwinson, the Saxon king, falls to the ground. An arrow, guided by fate, or perhaps by God himself, pierces his eye, sealing his fate.
The Saxon lines waver, their bulwark, their king, struck down in the chaos. Panic ripples through their ranks, threatening to break their formation and morale.
William the Conqueror seizes the opportunity with strategic brilliance. He rallies his knights, urging them forward with cries of "For Normandy! For England! Charge!"
The Norman cavalry, sensing victory, charges with renewed vigor, exploiting the gap in the Saxon lines. The tide of battle, which had ebbed and flowed throughout the day, now turns decisively in favor of the Normans.
The Saxon soldier, witnessing the fall of his king, feels a surge of despair and hopelessness. He fights on, fueled by grief and rage, but he knows deep down that the battle is lost.
A New England. The legacy of Hastings. The sun sets on a battlefield littered with the dead and dying, a somber reminder of the day's brutal conflict. William the Conqueror, his Norman banner fluttering in the breeze, surveys the scene with a sense of triumph. The Battle of Hastings, a turning point in English history, is over, its impact echoing through the ages. The Saxons are defeated, their king dead, their land ripe for the taking by the victorious Normans. A new era dawns on England, an era of Norman rule, an era that will reshape the destiny of England forever. William, now William the Conqueror, King of England, addresses his weary but triumphant troops with pride. He thanks them for their valor, for their sacrifice, acknowledging their crucial role in his victory. He promises them a share in the spoils of war, a place in his new order, a future of prosperity. He vows to rule justly, to bring peace and prosperity to his new kingdom, a promise of a better future. The Norman conquest will transform England, bringing with it new laws, new governance, new customs, and a new language, forever altering the fabric of English society.